Well, hello everyone. This is Sandy Rutherford, and this is the first Wednesday's Wealth of 2021. I hope you had a great break. I know I did, and a very happy New Year to you. 2021. Who knew? 2020. I know a lot of us are like, oh, thank goodness, 2020's in the past. But you know what? What if 2021 has its own challenges just as daunting? We don't want to wish it away. We don't want to just succumb to it, right? We want to create a new chapter that we're in the driver's seat no matter what comes at us from an environmental perspective, from an economic perspective, from a health perspective. We want to stay in the driver's seat, in control, creating our own economy, mastering our own destiny. Yes, isn't that a great view for 2021? So these Wednesdays Wealth, these are a weekly live show I do for 15 or 20 minutes, just sharing the wealth of knowledge of profound teachings of over a century of materials, teachings, concepts that impact your ability to manifest success, that impact your ability to successfully create and accelerate into a new chapter of success in your life. So that's my mission. My passion is to share this kind of information. So today's topic, and you know what? If you have topics, let me know. I will answer any questions. I will address any topics as it relates to the area that I have some expertise in, obviously, which is in how success works, what mindset has to do with your success, what self-image and commitment is all about. This is all the stuff that I work in, right? So the question for today I've put in the banner here: what's stopping you from starting a new chapter? Like, have you started a new chapter? Did you decide sometime in 2020 or maybe over the holidays, you know what? This year I've got to start whatever the new chapter is. If you haven't made that decision, what's stopping you? Because I know a lot of people I talk to, a lot of my clients or people that are prospects looking at coaching with me, we talk about exactly this. What is it you really want to create? And a lot of people aren't, they want something, but something's holding them back. So what is stopping you from starting a new chapter? A brand new shiny chapter in 2021. Maybe you're afraid it's not going to be that shiny a chapter. Right? We all come up against our own doubts. And by the way, I better make sure I have. If you have comments, there we go. Good afternoon, Sharon. If you have questions or comments, feel free to put them in the chat, and I will look for them if I remember each time. So, what is holding you back? Sometimes you've tried and you failed, and so you're afraid to try again. I understand that. God knows that was me for a while. It wasn't working. Every time I tried as an entrepreneur, I had great success in corporate. And as I tried different things as an entrepreneur and kept, I wouldn't say failing, but I certainly wasn't succeeding the way I wanted to. It was like, to me, it was like mediocre, like, ugh. And it was a lot of work for results. Is that you at all? A lot of work for results. Okay. So that may be holding you back. Have you got too much? But what if ... and you spin negative on it? What if I fail? What if people don't want what I've got to offer? If you're thinking of starting your new chapter in a new business or something, and maybe you're going for a big promotion. You want to really go for leadership in your company, but what if I'm not a leader that people follow? What if I have to do speaking engagements? And what if I fail? What if I get laughed at? What if I get tripped when I go up on stage to speak? All this what if spun negatively can stop you from starting the next chapter. Does that make sense? So, you know what? That's probably the most common thing that I see. That what if spun negatively. What if spun negatively is fear. But when you think about it, what if spun negatively is not fact, you're worrying. You're doubting and worrying, right? So you're making stuff up in your head. Well, what if I trip when I go up on stage? Like, it's not a fact. You haven't done it yet, but you're worrying, right? So it hasn't happened. It's fictitious. So what if spun negatively is fear. What if you spun the what if positively instead? Because either way, you don't know. It's not a fact. It's just you spinning. So what if spun positively is faith, and it breeds well-being. You feel really good. So what if I trip when I go up on stage? What if I don't trip when I go up on stage? What if I go up there with confidence and people are cheering and I give this an amazing speech? What if that happened instead? But we can get caught in the what if spun negatively. And so that can be really, really strong. That's like a rope around our waist, anchored on a big, huge, massive rock, and we're trying to move forward, but it's stopping us. We're not moving forward because of that what if ... spun negatively. So, or some people, do you want to start a new chapter, but what's stopping you is you can't figure out how would I do that? Okay, that's even more common than the what if spun negatively. Actually, that's probably fairly close. Those are two biggies. I can't see how I would do it. So I can't make the decision, the commitment to go after a new chapter if I can't see how. Whoa, that's a biggie. Most people want to see how I'm going to do it first, get all my ducks lined up in a row, then I'll decide to go in, because I'll be able to make a decent guess that I'm going to probably have decent success. That's couched in so much. So what's stopping a lot of people from starting a new chapter is they can't quite get clear on how am I going to do that. And it can be daunting, can't it? You want to say you want to leave your job and start your own business. Oh, that can be daunting. Because you're thinking, well, oh my God, I got to figure out a website. I don't even have the money coming in yet, but I got to put out money. Where am I going to get the money to put out, to create a website, to have the hosting? Then I got to figure out social media, and I don't know social media. And holy smokes, I got to get somebody to help me with social media and all the branding. I've got to figure out what I call myself and what kind of that look and feel of who and what I am. You go through all these things. And then how am I going to get the word out? Where do I find my client? Like, you start going through, it can be daunting when you get caught up in the how. And so it's really easy to understand why people, because that how is so tough to imagine and work through in your mind, you back off. You don't start your new chapter. Inside you're going, oh, well, I can't figure it out right now. Maybe later. You might not say that out loud, but that's what's going on. I can't figure it out right now. I'll park it. You're parking your life when you do that. Now, you might say to me, and you can feel free to put your comments. If you doubt what I'm saying, or you have some great comments or questions, put them here. And if you're on the replay, put hashtag replay and give me and you might have questions then. I'm happy to entertain your questions. This Wednesday's Wealth is for you. I want to share the wealth of my knowledge, my experience, my clients' experiences, the teachings I learned from my teacher and mentor, Bob Proctor. I want to share them with you. And if it's after the fact on the replay, great. Let's keep the learnings going, okay? Now I just lost my train of thought. Okay, so you want something bigger and better. We all do. It's in us all to want bigger and better for ourselves. That is the condition of the human spirit, about growth, expansion, fuller expression. That is the spirit. So I know you do want bigger and better in your life, personally, professionally. Of course you do. So I know where I went. I went in with that. It's your life, right? Don't park your life. You do want more. Don't park starting a new chapter if that's really what you want. Now, I'm not saying everybody has to start a new chapter. Of course not. Some people are great where they are. They see growth ahead of them, exactly where they are. They love what they're doing. Wonderful. But I'll tell you something. If I'm in a room, like I do a lot of public speaking, If I'm in a room of 1,000 people and I ask the audience, put up your hand if you are not satisfied, personally or professionally, with the level of success you've got. Every hand goes up. We all do want more. So pay attention to that. What is it you do want to create? And don't let anything stop you from creating a new chapter. Now, I know that's easier said than done. So, what is it when you start a new chapter? If it's a big enough new chapter, it's outside your comfort zone. That also means it's outside your current programming, your self-image, your beliefs, your habits. You're not programmed for that bigger and better chapter. If you were, you would have achieved it, right? So it's outside your comfort zone, which again makes it hard to go for because you don't have the programming to get there. So that's why we back off. That's what's, for a lot of people, that's what's stopping you from starting a new chapter. Now, a lot of the times, a big part of that programming is the self-image. So you want something for yourself innately. You even know, I really could do that, but your self-image is going, oh, I don't know about that. So if your self-image is not strong enough to support the kind of new chapter that you'd love in your imagination, you're not going for it. That's stopping you. Bang on, boom, dead end, can't move. You can't outperform your self-image. Can't. That research shows that. And if you're not clear on what you want, if you're not clear what you want for your next chapter, you're never going to make a decision to go for a next chapter. What are you going to commit to? You don't know. So getting clarity on what you want is really crucial. Having a self-image strong enough to support what that new chapter represents to you, your self-image has got to support that. It must support that. And then, and only then, will you be willing to commit all in. No more excuses. See, right now, if you're one of the ones out there, and you'd be in great company, if you're one of the ones that, yeah, I would love to start a new chapter, whatever that looks like, and you are hesitating, you're hesitating because your self-image isn't strong enough, and or you're really not clear on what you want. And so you are coming up with excuses, which means when you come up with excuses, you're not committing. You will not commit. All in, okay? Those are polar opposites. All in, committed decision, let excuses own you, okay? And most people, probably you, are sitting on the excuses side. You're not fully committed. Why aren't you fully committed? Again, you probably aren't clear and emotionally jazzed about what you want to go after, and or your self-image is not strong enough to support what you would like to see in a new chapter. So what does this all mean? And by the way, I've had so much experience with this with clients. Great self-image. Example, I had a client of mine, an NHL player, ex-Detroit Red Wing. Obviously, strong self-image in NHL hockey and elite athleticism, switches to being an entrepreneur, self-image was lacking, absolutely lacking. In working with me, he worked on the self-image very quickly, got it into alignment, boom, he shot out of a cannon just by getting his self-image in alignment. It was like he shot out of a cannon. I think he said he 7 times his revenues within the course of the year, and he was doing okay when he began. 7 times his revenues. Even if he was making $2,000 a month, that would mean he went to $14,000 a month. When you work on these things, so see, your ability to create a new chapter is right in front of you. You've just got to work on the right things, the right things that will absolutely get you there. And I actually call that a success triad. 3 things. Clarity of desire, and you have to emotionally want it, or it just ain't going to happen. Clarity of desire, your self-image, and all-in committed decisions. Those 3, success triad, they're always in play. I had you know what, again, nothing should stop you from creating your next chapter, a new chapter of phenomenal success in 2021. That is my wish for you. How am I doing in time? 15. That is my wish for you. I want you to launch into, embrace fully, and create a fabulous new chapter of success in 2020, 2021, COVID or no COVID. I don't give a damn about that. Not in terms of success, my success, your success. I want that for you. I have clients that started new chapters, left a job, started their own business, and within the year they were so financially healthy, they opened up a second office in 1 year. And that's not one of the typical statistics of new business owners. I have network marketers that have worked on this kind of stuff, getting clarity, getting that passion going, getting that self-image in alignment, understanding how success works, getting all in committed, and they have jumped over their upline. I've had leaders, those people have had leaders in their company come to them going, what are you doing? Because they've seen massive change in results. That can be you, no matter where you are, no matter what business you're in, what industry you're in, no matter how much you have struggled up till now. The next chapter can be totally different. And I'm going to come back to that comment on how. See, most people do get caught up in that how. It's really, really common, and it may be going on for you. And that's okay. You're in great company. But I don't want you to get hung up on the how, because the moment you do get clear, that's why the success triad is so important. The moment you do get clear, crystal clear, the mind needs clarity before it'll pop ideas for you. The moment you get clear and it's emotionally, oh, I would love that, and your self-image shifts into alignment because you're working on it, only then will you start committing. And when you commit, your mind jumps to a whole new level and new ideas start to pop, guys. I guarantee you it. 100% guarantee that's how it works. How many times have you said, oh, I didn't think of that. Why didn't I think of that before? Because you weren't operating on a level of commitment that, boom, switched your mind to a new level to start thinking of how to make it happen. It is only when you get clear, emotionally engaged, self-image supports it, and you commit, that then you start to think of new things. Those new ideas don't pop until you're all in committed, till all of that's starting to be in alignment. Once you're in alignment, those new ideas spawn new ideas, and the how becomes evident every time. And the how includes opportunities, people, resources, money. The how becomes evident every single time. So don't let the how stop you from starting a new chapter. And the bottom line is, to do all this stuff, this is how things work. This is how success works. The mind, it all begins and ends in the mind. So this is powerful stuff that I'm sharing with you today. And you need support to understand it, okay? To understand and apply it, even better. And more importantly, applying it. So get support. If it's me, great. If it's somebody else, great. But you need the support. Don't go it alone. Most of us, me included, have failed trying to figure it out on our own. Don't let anything stop you from creating a fabulous new chapter for you in 2021. Don't let anything stop you, and get the support you need to make sure that nothing's going to stop you. So, okay, that's 20 minutes. So I wanted to share that with you. Now, at the end of this month is my next Fast Path to Success Masterclass series. It's in my Manifesting Success Facebook group, private Facebook group. If you're not in there, make sure you're in. Lots of phenomenal stuff going on. This is a free masterclass. It's extremely powerful training where I pour into you a ton of the stuff. If you like this, you're going to be blown away by that training at the end of the month. It's 5 days of training. Phenomenal, okay? It's actually 6 days with a Q&A. And it's only about 45 minutes each day. But it'll blow you away, I guarantee it. And I also simultaneously stream it into LinkedIn. So look for it. Fast Path to Success. I'm going to be posting the link probably the end of this week to register so that you get the homework book and you get somebody looking after you for your journey through this material. We're here to support you. Okay? We are here to support you because it's the only way to really create a fast path to your success, to create a new chapter so that nothing actually is stopping you. And man, is it a beautiful feeling. So I'll leave it there. If you have any questions, if you're on the replay and have questions, put them in here. I'll look for them. We can keep the conversation going. You know what? My mantra, my motto is together we thrive, and do we ever. And it creates way more fun, way more joy, and way more success. Thanks, guys. Have a great rest of your day.